All right. We're back. Let me go post my links real quick. I should probably automate this, but I'm not gonna. Okay, that's good to go. Okay. What were we doing? I haven't streamed in like 4 days or something. I could work on the other character. The creator of this world character. Oh man, that looks nice. Big fan of this right here. The other thing is I could work on another world. What do I want to work on? Is it done with that? Mechs, main menu, fantasy scene, scene manager system. Probably need to do that. Main menu. Maybe a main menu. Let's do it like this. How about this? Hub world, we go. Okay, that still works. I should probably add in type checking to this project. How do I do this? Okay. Error. Close. Reload current project. Let's try that. See if it then gives me what I need. So basically what I need is for all of these to break. So I might just end up spending this whole time just, oh, void. I'm gonna go X, save. Yeah, okay, sweet. Okay, move camera to player. Global.player var. Do we have player var? Let's go to global. Why does that have weird? We could do, let's just do this. We're gonna have to spend a while cleaning all this up, so let's just start this and see what breaks. Okay, right here we got float. Here we also have float. Here we got boolean. Rotation speed is a float. Mouse sensitivity is a float. Okay. Player position, vector 3. Grab deer, vector 3. Grab deer. Oops. Delta is a float. Input is, wait. No static return type. Ah, I see. Okay, vector 2. Local velocity. It's just an inferred type, but I want to be able to see what this is. Okay. Here, void, event, input, event. Okay, we fixed that. Start it again, see what else breaks. There's gonna be a bunch of other stuff. Okay, we got a float. Copy, paste. This should speed up some of our stuff. Input deer is a vector 3. Copy. Nope, it's a basis. This is a float. Float. Not a float. Quaternion? Yes. Transform 3D. It's a vector 3. Get some more return void. And here and whoops. Here and here. Float. Whew. Goodness sakes. Oh, come on. Okay. Nope. This is a vector 3. Int. Please don't. We're probably going to have to change a ton of stuff in this. That is fine. It will speed up the whole game. Speed up performance. Light spaceship. Sparks equals. Is that correct? GPU particles 3D. GPU particles 3D. Okay, sick. Die needs to return void. Explode parts needs to return void. That needs to return void. Part is a rigid body 3D. This right here, direction. This is a vector 3. Okay. Okay, let's see what else breaks. We press play. We got a bunch more floats to add. I should have started off with this enabled. I don't know why I don't. Doing some return void again. And then this is a vector 3. Basis. No, vector 3. This is a basis. QA. This is a quaternion. Also a quaternion. This is a float. This here. Is this a quaternion? Yeah. And then this is a transform 3D. This vector 3. No, don't break on me. I don't know if this stuff saves afterwards or not. Okay. This world now doesn't break. But the moment we jump into this, it should break. Yes. Troop ship. Bool. And then here we got int. Here we got vector 3. We could just infer all of these. Ah, it doesn't know what bullet is. What is bullet? Character body 3D. Save that. This returns a dictionary. Can I just infer all of these? Hopefully. I don't want to have to figure out what they are. This is some AI stuff here. Roof Dies, what's up? Good morning. How you doing? Okay, this breaks. Flash needs void. We're going through and finally adding like strict types to this project. I should have done it a while ago, but okay, tracer anti-bullet. Bullet anti-air, okay. Get slide collision count. It returns an int. Int. Check death. Can we infer that? Yeah. Die. Void. Flash is a flash dot instantiate. What is a flash? Just standard node 3D. So this should help with performance to do all this work, plus just better debugging. Bullet is a bullet, which I believe is a character body. 3D. Predictive position should be a vector 3. This should be a vector 3. No? Ah. Say float. Whoops. Float. There. I think I can just infer that. Light, I can just infer that. X form, I can just infer that. Hopefully there's no performance if I'm inferring it here. So I might be able to just infer it, yeah. Yep, we're just going through and cleaning stuff up real quick. And then I'm going to start maybe on a new planet. Scene, load scene. No 3D. Current state, that should be a state. So now we're on the tanks. We got shoot again. Bullet should be a character body. 3D. Bullet spawn. This is a vector 3. Cone. That can be inferred. Get nav target. Void. Void. This is a float. There we got, maybe we can just infer that, yes. Infer that, yes. Infer that, yes. Choose target. Void. infer that. Save. Boom. Okay. Go until it breaks again. Teams. This should be of type teams. Weird. Do you have to state their types because you updated Godot, or just this is just tech debt? It's just tech debt. So like I just didn't enable the type checking in the project initially, because you don't have to have this kind of strict type checking. But what is Sparks? Because the game still runs even if you have that. Okay, so GPU particles 3D. That's right here. Die. But basically, when you do this stuff, like putting void here, then the Godot knows that this is never going to return anything. And so it just helps with the performance. Same with this right here. It knows it's a GPU particles 3D. That might, I don't know if that helps with performance as much as it helps with like spark dot amount ratio. Yeah, now I have all this type checking. I don't think I have that without the GPU particles 3D being specified there. So it just helps you out with your coding while you're building, but it also does speed up performance. Like this, having the void there knows that it's not returning anything. And so it doesn't have to like go behind the scenes and check if it's returning something. It knows right away when you've built the project. And so it can just speed up certain things. IntelliSense, yeah, that helps. Assume that Godot knows the types at compile time and can infer it. Yeah, it'll infer it, but then when you're doing it at like runtime or whatever it is, then your performance can drop because it's doing all of those checks behind the scenes. Some of it is, I assume, just when it compiles, but I don't think all of it is. Here I can just infer that there. Boom. So I enabled it so then it's really strict with it now. So you don't have to do all of this stuff, but I just enabled the setting that makes it so it forces you to. And look at that. Okay, we're in a game and everything's running without errors. Okay. Perfect. I'm thinking what I'm gonna do is probably start on another world. So we have this world that's more or less just kind of thrown together. It'll need to be built out for real. But I'm gonna start on another world, which means I probably need to do my scene manager. Oh, what was I gonna do? I was gonna do my main menu. Oops, control. Let's do a panel container, or let's do a control. Main menu. Add child node panel container. Add child node vertical. No. VBox container. Button. Start game. Quit. Start game is start game. Quit game. Okay, this VBox container is going to have some theme overrides, separation 30. Why is this being so laggy? Oh my goodness. Okay, now I can type. Mm. Okay. Panel container layout, custom minimum size 500. Dude, why is my keyboard being so weird? Or this is just being really laggy. Five, zero, zero. Enter. Okay, goodness sakes. VBox container, alignment, center. I'm going to say no custom minimum size here. But we are going to do some margin. Just work. I'm going to save and reload current project. There we go. Now let's do like 100. Then we're going to do corner radius 5, 5, 5, 5. Let's do like 10, 10, 10, 10. Let's look at our buttons. What does flat do? Oh. Okay, let's see what happens when we just press play. Okay, now we have that. We'll do another one. Settings. Okay. Okay, we got our main menu. Main menu dot hide. Let's go to our player. On ready, I think we're grabbing our mouse mode, yeah. Okay, so now when I play, it should have the mouse there. Okay. Yep. So I can move the mouse around. I can still kind of like move around, obviously, which I don't want. Okay. So what I'll do is we'll do something like enum UI state. UI open, UI closed. Our current UI state, which is a UI state, equals, we'll just do that. And then UI closed, then we do this. And then in our unhandled input, if UI or current UI state is equal to UI state dot UI open or UI closed, return. And then up here, did I say closed? This should be open. Okay, now in hub, can I do that or does it break? Okay, I can still do all of this because that's not early enough. So maybe in our player Can I do this here? Then go to hub, do the same thing here. If I do it there, then maybe in player var, in ready, I can say if global.main is hub world, then current UI state equals UI state.ui open. Maybe we try this. I don't know if the order of operations is correct there or not, but this is supposed to be open, goodness sakes. There we go. Okay, nice. Now on the hub, we can go here and we can set some signals. Okay, let's try this. Seems to be UI closed. Okay, I can't jump. I press start, and now I can start. Okay, sick. So now what we need, just for this main world, we're gonna change this up quite a bit. Eventually, but okay. Hub world. Where's hub world? We have starting cam position. Oh. Global position. Okay, let's just see if we can get this to work. Oh, DOS. All right. Object of type nil. Why does this not show up? Tip, what's up? Real vibe coding starts with music like this. Yes, indeed. You know what? We don't even need a global position yet. What we need is, let's go back to our hub. We have this, we can delete it. This, we can delete it. And then what we do is we just go to the player in our hub world. Okay, camera is looking that way. So we go over here. We go ahead and we rotate the camera this way. We rotate our player till he's more or less looking up. And then we just make it like this, something like this. And then, what happens if we just play? Okay, not bad. I do need to move him a little bit over, like, or maybe move him over more like this. And then in our player, we should have adjust spring arm length, which is 40. Where's target length? 15, okay. And process. All right, in here, so if current UI state is equal to UI state dot UI closed, then we do this. Okay, and then we set on our player $75. Let's try that. So we started at 75. Spore vibes? Hey, that is a good vibe. So hard making models for your game? I did, what do you call it? Blender for like a few months to really learn, but all I'm doing is low poly stuff. So, okay, that zoomed it in really fast. So maybe we do like 3.0. Whoops, not 3.0.0. But I just spent a good couple months learning Blender, just enough to do animation. Hey, look at that. Okay. Not bad. Now let's just adjust where the player is on the hub. I don't like having it centered here. Let's go to our main menu. Let's do left side, and then we go like that, and then maybe we do our panel container, have a custom minimum size of 300 there. Okay, let's see how this is. Oh, you can't even see it because of my... Oops. Move that up there. Maybe it should be on the right side. Let's see how this looks. Okay, not bad. We do need to go to the hub, go to the player. So 7 point down like that. Let's bring this from 75 to like 60. It's kind of, I know this is all going to change eventually anyway, but oh, it's because it's realigning. So that means that we go here. Where does it say update? Okay. And current UI state equals UI state dot UI closed. Then we update our orientation. Maybe we don't even do move state. Very nice. Okay. Sick. We're going to do maybe 55 there. Let's do a quick orientation on the... Well, let's see here. What does this look like? How does this look to just have it sit right here? Not bad. I think maybe I peak it up a little bit. So we go to our hub, go to our player, we peak him up just slightly. Do you use any procedural generation for the world? Not on this world, except for I do use a plugin that kind of auto-populated the trees, but it's not like it does it differently every time. It's just populate it once. No chunks, no. Because this is, I could do that on some of the levels, but each level is going to be different. Each world is going to be different. Ooh, you still like move there. That's kind of fine though for now. So like, I'll show you one of the other levels. Oh. Left operand is of previously freed instance. Okay, now it's not showing this is open, so... Oh, you know what? I think mech level just needs to do init global.main equals self. We can do that, and then we can go to... create planets manually, right? Yeah. So this one is, I literally made this little planet in Blender, and then I added trees to it using a plugin that allows me to just place them easier. Okay, I still can't move. This UI state thing is rough. The way I'm doing this. I shouldn't even have this on the hub world. I should have it on the player. Still can't move. Nice. Why can't I do this? Mech level does that. UI state. Does not equal null, and it is hub world. Then we do this. Okay, let's press play and see if it's just that we're not getting a closed UI. Zero, which is UI open. Maybe we do UI state dot UI closed here. Just set that as the default. There we go. Okay, we just needed a default. Thank you. Wish you good luck. Thank you. Yeah. Thanks for stopping by and saying hi, Tip. Appreciate it. But yeah, a lot of this stuff is just Blender and spending a few months getting comfortable with it. When you're doing low poly stuff like this, it's really not that difficult. All of the stuff I made in here, I just learned how to do a little bit of animation. So like for the rock golem guys, just learned some very basic animation. These guys over here. Give it a nice little outline shader, and then they look pretty good. I love these guys. Okay. This is a pretty nice little opening, though, I think. I'm gonna make some coffee. BRB. Prosto, what's up? Why are there tanks? Because every world is completely different from the last. So the whole idea of this is that you go visit random worlds, so that tank world is just a big battle scene that you get to watch. The next world is gonna be more like... Actually, we could just start building the next world. We might have to build a system of how you get to the next world as well through the teleport thing. You don't like the idea of a tank world? Tank worlds are where it's at, brother. Ooh, look at all that built up velocity. Okay, I think I know how to fix that. Script. That's if not hub world. Like the idea of a tank world where everything looks like a tank, people, buildings, birds, all tank-like and just roll around. I think that's the fun part about this, is that I can actually, I could just make a world like that you can visit. I can make anything I want and just put it into this game. Because all it is you just go check out cool worlds. Albert, what's up, man? How you doing? Working hard or hardly working? A little bit of both. A little bit of both. So this world obviously needs a ton of work. But this is the thing. We need a different system. We need a place, the teleport thingy. We're going to do another control. Teleport menu. HBox container. This is going to be our sci-fi world. We're going to do another one that's going to be a nature world. We'll just do this for now. Scene path. Mech level. That's because our teleporter. We do change scene to file scene path. I could do something like a dictionary full of worlds or something. This is the next Minecraft. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Long John. I'm going to call you Long John instead of the full name. Let me see here. I could do a dictionary, or I could just make manual buttons and just call it good for now. Let's do a dictionary, I guess. No, let's just make manual buttons. Okay. Okay, we have this panel container, HBox container. Panel container is going to be centered. Okay, we're going to have a panel flat. HBox container is going to have some separation of 15. Let's do a 20. Panel container is going to have some expand margins. 20, 20, 20, 20. We're going to bring this whole thing down a bit. Then we're going to do some on hub, we're going to do that. And then nature world, we're going to do pressed. Okay. Then we're going to do our blip, copy. And then we're going to say teleport menu is this. Hide. So here we do teleport menu dot show. Input dot mouse mode equals mouse. Input dot mouse mode capture or whatever. Mouse mode visible. Okay, let's try this out. This is so beautiful. Thank you. Appreciate it, Sylvia. A-hole says this man is about to become a billionaire by selling it to Xbox or PlayStation. Don't mind if I do. That would be very nice. Okay. So we load in, and then let's just see if this UI shows up when we jump in. Okay, boom. We're there. We're now locked in place. Oh, we can still move. So we need to do something with the UI showing up. But then we can click on either one of these, and it should take us to the other world. And it does. Okay. Sick. Visible. We need to say that current UI. What is it? Oh, body dot current UI state equals body dot UI state dot UI open. We could do another one that's a button. We could do a cancel teleport. Cancel teleport. Teleport. Perfect. Okay. And on pressed. Current UI state equals global, not global dot player var dot current dot UI state dot UI closed, and then we got to go here and we got to do teleport menu dot hide. Let's see what happens. Skaru, what's up? I have another 2 questions for you. How do you handle open world performance? Do you use any fake tree objects in the distance from triple shapes? And then how do you use cutscenes in Godot? Cutscenes, I've only done like one thing before. This is like a fake cutscene here it's not like a cutscene, but like a fake menu scene, I guess, where I'm just putting the camera further away. But in my other game, one of my first games that I was working on, I did a cutscene just by using an animation player and then literally keyframing like positions of things. I'll show you that in a sec. But let me test this first. Okay. So we get into game, then we come here. Blip. This is now here. UI open. Should be UI open. Cancel teleport. Okay. This is already getting really, really bad. We're going to need to make this way better, and I don't know if I want to do that right now. If I want to make it better now, or if I want to make it better later. But real quick, Scarl, I'll show you my other project. Release date 2028, probably like 2070, I'm thinking. Changing camera from cutscene and back. Both I know you use, but I can't find out how in so many video content if you have time to show me. I don't think I've ever actually done that. So this is the one where I have a cutscene, but I just cut completely. I've never actually done it where it snaps in. Even in my current project, I literally just disable all movement for the character and have the camera farther back, but then once you click the start, then it just comes in. Which my camera is just attached to a spring arm. So all I'm doing is the length of the spring arm is at a certain level, and then when you press the button, it goes shorter, and it lerps to that position. That's it. If you're trying to do anything more like like I'll show you. What I was trying to do, nope, this is incorrect. I need to set the cinematic to true. So when I have a cinematic at true, Lunchbox, what's up, man? How you doing? Then it does the cinematic here. And here I'm just moving the camera through animation in Godot. So in animation, the animation player in Godot, you can go into your scene, move things around and set keyframes, and smoothly move between locations. It's a little bit weird once you get rotations, because I had a lot of times where the camera would just start spinning. But here we have a player, the player flying in, camera's moving. But the thing is, we end up just doing a hard switch. So it comes down, then it lands, and then boom. Now I'm just using a whole different camera. And I never really figured out how to do that with the player's camera. This is one of my first projects though, so it's, I know I could figure out a better way of doing it now. But if you want to see what that looks like, and also I'll answer your other question too, but Cineplayer right here. We have Cinematic, which has all of these different keyframes. So there's the Viper 2, there's the world, there's the cinematic camera, there's the terrain 3D, clouds holder. And all we're really doing is a big, we're changing the position and rotation of the Viper and the position and rotation of the camera. And then otherwise, all we're doing is just toggling on certain visibilities. But use the animation player and then you can do keyframes and stuff. As far as doing large-scale open world stuff, in my survival game, let me show you. I have a system, but I never actually figured out how to use it to the best of my abilities. But let me go to 3D. I'm going to add a tree spawner. Tree scene, quick load, tree 1, tree mesh, quick load. Do red tree, spread 50, swap distance. Okay, let's see if this just works. Yes. Okay, so I did have this tree spawner here. Why is it not working though? You're not supposed to be able to walk through them. But I had to do this basically with AI, where I spawn in trees with a mesh, so a tree mesh, but then also a tree scene, and then I give it spread, how far apart they should be, total trees, or how much area they should cover. But then I have a swap distance where basically when you get close to a tree, then it becomes a real tree. So it swaps from the mesh to the tree. But I kind of had to just AI my way through it because I couldn't figure it out. Yeah, that's kind of weird that they don't work anymore. They should work. Anyway, I'm going to go back to my main, but start drawing again and open Godot to make a point and click and instantly got filtered. What do you mean by filtered? You should do a point and click, Lunchbox. That would be the perfect game for you. And honestly, not too hard. I don't know if you've done much, but with game development, but not too hard. You just need to learn signals. That's it. And then make buttons or something. You can make it the jankiest thing you can imagine, but it will work. Okay. Why is this? UI open. I need to rebuild this. Otherwise, it's going to be annoying like this all the time. Because why can I move my mouse here and it moves the UI open? Where's my player? If UI open. Oh, mine. Bro. Why is that a thing? Where you can just minus something for no reason? I understand. Spawner, I have background on Big World like some big triangles, or in far, far distances like treeform distance. The thing you use in sci-fi third-person games. Some load LOD, some very low. Yeah. I mean, that's definitely helps. Mine are all static though, so they're not like spawned in. They just are always really, really low in that game, at least. If you want to do a distance check, you can. So let's say you had a group of 500 trees that are a long ways away. Every so often you could check how far away they are from the player and then switch to LOD. Otherwise, I think the engine does its own LOD stuff for you. I've never actually used it, but I want to say it can do its own LOD stuff, or unless that's Terrain 3D that I'm thinking about. I don't know. Okay, there we go. Cancel teleport takes me back, okay. Nature world takes me to the sci-fi world, okay. See, the problem is if I change this UI system, then I also need to change my whole game system, which means I need a new scene. Main scene manager. We'll do scene manager. Okay, that means our hub world. Need a new script called world class. Is world I.q free. New scene world act scene equals load scene path. New scene or no, new scene dot instantiate, add child new scene. We could do something like this. Okay, and then on our hub scene, we can go to our teleport stuff. Oh, scene manager should also do something like global, whoops. Scene manager. Is it scene manager? Okay, so now in our hub, we do something like, this is also where we can start putting things on the player, UI stuff maybe on the player. Teleport body entered, blah, blah, blah. We do this, and then we say, instead of get tree, change scene to path, we could say global dot scene manager dot change scene path. And let's see what happens. got our scene manager. Scene manager is still showing. Okay, now it's showing, yeah, mech level. Okay. Alright, that's not bad. Let's just do const worlds. Mech world. We'll do mech level. We'll do test. We'll have it reload the hub one. Okay, let's give this a shot. Filtered slang for giving up, but I'll try again. Yeah, okay. As in you got filtered out. Like to learn the very basics of Blender to draw characters onto models. That would be sweet. 2D animations for perverts, that's true. 2D process is brutal. It is incredibly hard. Loaded that back in. It's kind of funny or cool seeing the things load in. Sci-fi. All right, so that works. We have a scene manager. Oh, I do need to go very soon. But I will say, I'm very happy with this right here, this little main menu. We're going to have to assign the player to have the main menu. And then just, we need a way better state management system for our UI open, UI closed. Basically, we could do a match statement that has all of the game stuff happening when the menu is open and none of the game stuff happening when the menu is not open. Or at least none of the player movement and all that. So let's add that to the list on Trello here. Create better state management for the UI layers. Keep it super simple. Nice thing is we don't need any inventories. We don't need any opening of boxes, closing of boxes, movement, anything like that. It's just, is there a menu showing? If so, don't move. If there isn't a menu showing, move. That should be it. Pretty simple. But I do need to bounce out. It was good to have you all here, though. Thank you for being here. Lunchbox, good to see you again, brother. Hopefully, keep doing some stuff with Godot. Who cares if you get filtered? You just keep coming back, right? Scaro, thank you for being here. Albert, A-hole, Sylvia, Long John, Tip. Yeah, you guys in the YouTube chat, appreciate you guys. In the Twitch chat, Roof Dies and Prosto, thank you guys for being here. Good to see you again. Hopefully I'll be able to put a bunch more work into this because I want to start building new worlds. I didn't really get to that here, but we made something. Gonna make some cool worlds. I already have some ideas. It's gonna be a lot more 3D modeling stuff and some posing. So I've been able to do animations and stuff, but I need to figure out how to just make different poses and stuff, which I can just do that in Blender and have them as like animations. Because I want to have like a battlefield that has a bunch of bodies laying there in different poses. Maybe I just do a different animation for each, but they're just not actual animations. I don't know. They're just sitting frozen. But yeah, we'll figure that out. Anyway, thank you guys for being here. I will see you all next time. Peace out. Have a good one. Bye-bye.